Josh and Eli will get you the microphones.
Thanks, Box. First of all, like Box said, I really want to thank everyone for coming. This really means a lot to our players, to their families, to our fans, the time and effort you put into covering our team. I know everyone's busy and there's a lot of things going on, but we do not take this for granted. This is very, very important to us, and we appreciate it. Simply put, for me, I love our team. Love our team. I can't wait to see what this year brings, and I think it's going to be a team that people are going to love watching and love supporting. And 4 weeks from today, we get started. So we're ready to go.
We'll start with the obvious. After being picked first in the Big 12 by the coaches, how do you just kind of manage those and handle those expectations with your players?
Yeah, we've taken it as, I think it's a great thing. I really do. Our players have high expectations for themselves, and if we don't have high expectations for ourselves, then there's something wrong with us. There's no extra pressure. There really isn't. We all know that we have a lot of good players back, and we should be good. And I think it's a tribute to our players and my assistants that the other coaches in the league think we're that good too. This isn't our opinion. That's other people, so who have to play against our players. So we've taken it as a positive. I think it's great for our program. And, yeah, at the end of the year, if we don't do very well, then there'll be other discussions probably. But for now, it's a lot of fun.
Stephanie was literally a big addition during the off season for you
Literally
guys.
and figuratively, yes.
Like that. What kind of role do you envision for her this season, and what kind of things do you think she can do for you?
Well, I think, first of all, Stephanie's an amazing person. She's mature, and she's had a lot of things in her life that she's done that other young people haven't. But she comes here with a tremendous skill set. Most coaches, when you say someone's 6'6", they're really 6'3.5", and they get on their tiptoes, and maybe they're 6'6". Steph is 6'6". She's skilled. She can shoot it. She's been a great addition to our team, and it's been fun to coach. We haven't had someone like that in a long, maybe ever. Where it's a post player that you can do some different things with, but been a great addition. Our fans are going to love watching her play, going to love getting to know her. She's humble, she's hardworking, and she assimilated herself here very, very quickly.
It seemed like during the season we talked about a lot about, size being a missing factor for last year's team. How much can she, I guess, change that for you guys this year?
Yeah, I she's going to change it in a lot of ways. I think her and Mo will be a really good combination. Very different players. I don't think you can forget we were 28-7, and Mo did a lot of the work. And I think with her and Steph, we can do it in different ways. The one thing that Steph can do is she can space the defense a little bit more. She can step away. She'll shoot the three a little bit more. Obviously, we had to dig really deep and find some lob plays. We haven't had many lob plays here. Maybe ever. I spent a lot more time watching the men's team this summer trying to steal a couple. But it's just a really good fit for what we're about. And I think her and Mo are going to be the combination that our team really needs, and I think they've already proven that in practice.
How have you changed, and obviously the program changed, since you sat in this chair in 19, whatever it was, addressing the media for the first time?
Well, the first time there was no media here. I think my wife was here for media day. Yeah, obviously it's been an amazing journey. This is 28 years for me. I'm on my 7th men's basketball coach. There's a lot of things that have changed, but the thing that hasn't changed is the passion of our fan base, and we tapped into that early. One of the things I have in my office that's on the wall as I walk out of my office, and I touch it every day, is the box score of our first game here. There's 310 people. And I think it speaks to the fans. It speaks to the amount of work that so many people have done. And I've been blessed, Randy, that our administration, our presidents, our Jamie Pollard, Callie Sanders have been so supportive and given us a chance to grow. And we've all kind of grown together and had a lot of support. But it's been fun, and I hope that people who love Iowa State and support Iowa State view women's basketball as a real positive part of the department and the university. And that's been our dream and goal from the very beginning. And hopefully we've gotten to that point and need to continue to do it.
What's changed about recruiting? For the good,
Oh,
for the good, for the bad, whatever.
For the good, I don't know there's anything. Recruiting has changed. I don't want to bore everyone to death, but it's just the social media stuff, the NIL stuff, there's so many moving parts now. Young people don't just want to look at a school. Is it a good school? Is it a good team? Now, what's your facility like? What's my NIL deal like? How do you travel? How do you eat? Who's your nutritionist? Who's your strength coach? Do you have mental health? There's so many moving parts to it, and that's why I've been so lucky. I have the best assistant coaches in the country. It's not even close. And the amount of work that they have to do to navigate the recruiting piece is unlike anything I ever thought I'd see. I mean, recruiting is hard, but it's supposed to be hard. But it's hard, it's art, it's science, it's luck, it's timing. But now there's a lot more money involved, and usually, obviously not to the degree what men's basketball and football have to deal with, but we have to deal with it. And so we have to deal with it in a way that fits what we're about and who we're about, and that's not going to change. But it's a dramatic difference from, 28 years is a long time, but when in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't that long. And a lot of this has happened over the last 5 to 7 years, and it's not happened at once. Thank you, RP.
Bill, how much did participating in that 3-on-3 deal in the offseason help the bond the players who participated, particularly obviously Ashley, Lexi, and Emily?
No, the 3-on-3 thing was great. Coach Karp took them out there, and Nye and Ash, Lex, I think the one thing, obviously, they got to play against really good players. They got to play with and for each other. But I think people really took notice of them. I mean, they're beating professionals. And, Ash gets picked. Lex got offered a spot. It just didn't work out in her schedule. So I think it wasn't just them. I think the people that were there watching were like, wow, these kids know how to play. And so I think it was a tremendous opportunity for them, to travel and do those kinds of things. And I think all of them will tell you they really, really enjoyed it. I think Lex is built for that sport, the 3-on-3. That's in her DNA, the way she plays. I think it's going to be something she'll do a lot moving forward, because I think when you look at those teams that the USA Basketball is putting together, she fits that perfectly. So hopefully that'll continue.
And obviously with a loaded roster with a lot of experience and talented newcomers comes the challenge of how do you divvy up minutes? What's the message of the team? Because obviously you play better than somebody else and you get more minutes, right?
Yeah, the one thing that we've talked about as a staff is every year is different. It's not a light switch that you turn off and then you turn it back on and you continue. Our team is there's a lot of kids coming back, but Stephanie's new, and people forgot about Danae. Then you have the people that are returning, and so there's 200 minutes available. And the one thing I've told our players over and over and over, fans, media, everyone says, well, the coaches decide who plays. That is not true. The players decide, and the best players are going to play. And this thing's going to add up to 200 minutes. And I have them write down at the beginning of the year a lot of times. Write down the number of minutes you want to play. Be honest. We add it up, and it adds up to like 411. There's new math, but that math doesn't work. So, but they understand it, and they're very competitive, and you're trying to find your spot where you can impact success, and I think they've all done it. We've had a really good start to practice, and overall, I couldn't be more pleased. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen But I can't remember a group of people and players I've been more excited to be around than these guys. These guys remind me of the Angie, Stacy, Megan, Tracy Gahan kind of mentality, and people you just love to watch and be in practice with every day. It's been a lot of fun.
What's next for Ashley to accomplish?
I think for Ash, I think obviously, she made a big decision to come back. There's a lot of reasons for it. She loves playing here. She loves with her teammates. She's finishing student teaching. I don't think it's a bad thing to love college. What's the hurry to get out and do what everyone's doing? But I think for her, she's got to prove to some people. We checked every WNBA team, and not one of them really had anything specific that was going to change with her draft stock. There were teams that really, really liked her and teams that weren't. I think for her, she's got to limit her turnovers a little bit. We got to get her field goal percentage up a little bit. She's become a better defender. We got to get her to handle the ball a little bit more, so we're trying to do that because at the next level, she's not going to be able to do some of the things she does for us. But, her work ethic hasn't changed. I mean, I tweeted out a picture the other day, day of the K-State football game. We had practice at 2. That's the great thing about being the head coach. I get to schedule practice when I want so I can go to the football games and watch them. That's the best part. But we had practice at 2, and it's 12:30, and she's in the gym shooting. So it's not going to be for a lack of effort. So she's ready to go. She's excited. I think she'll be really excited when student teaching is over October 28th. But she's ready.
2 other people that you had mentioned, Danae and Shantavia. How's Danae doing health-wise? What kind of role for her? And then Shantavia being the only freshman.
Yeah.
Being a, as experienced team as you guys are, could she see some time at all this year?
Yeah, I'll start with the second one. Shantavia is obviously, being a freshman guard on this team is a hard thing. You got a lot of good players in front of you. She's going to have to fight for every minute she gets, and she knows it, but she works really hard at it. Very, very coachable kid. I think she understands. She's just got to find a way to impact what we're doing and be someone who comes off the bench. Don't turn the ball over. Be a good defender. I've always told our players, you can find a way to impact the game and not score. You get the box score, and it could be all zeros and a 4 or 5 in the last column, which is minutes played. That could impact the game. And Shantavia's going to have to embrace that role. Danae's been really good. Danae has been – people are going to love watching her play. She's tough. I said last year when we played at Drake, when I leave Drake and I go down one of those streets, I'm taking Danae Fritz with me. And that has not changed. She wants to play. She wants to compete. She's got she's got an it factor to her. And I mean, we're scrimmaging yesterday, and she had a really good day, and she's talking, to the scout team guys the whole time. And I thought that was kind of funny. But she's going to impact our team dramatically. If we had a game tonight, there's a good chance she'd be starting. She's going to be a big, big piece of what we do. We're Maggie Vick, you'll see, she broke her hand in practice. So obviously she's out. And then B is struggling with some lower leg issues, so she's not available. So those are the 2 that, if we had a game tonight, could not play. Everyone else, Emily Ryan missed 4 days of practice with a sprained ankle. Didn't talk to me for 4 days because we wouldn't let her practice. But she's good to go. But, yeah, just Maggie and B are not available and won't be available in the near future. Vic's going to the doctor today to find out if she needs to get a pin or something, which could be 3 to 6 to 8 weeks. But definitely it's broken in some way, shape, or form, and they're deciding today on what they want to do.
Bill, if you go west of Drake, it's not so bad. You could take one of us and be safe.
Okay, all right, that's good.
You met Angie, Megan, Tracy, Stacy team. I mean, people cheered for them, not just because of the jersey they wore, because of the type of people they were. Does this group have a chance to be remembered like that one is?
Exactly. They are the exact same type of people. The commitment they've made to this university, this program, that's what's been so fun. And it goes back to Randy's question about recruiting. You never know what you're going to get now. There's so many things that are involved in it, and when you get a kid, what are you getting? I mean, the kids we have on this team have never been better. I never could figure out when old school became bad school. I never figured that out. I don't really agree with that. But this group is exactly representative of what fans started falling in love with our program. These are the exact same kind of people, and they can really play too. So it's just like that crew. Different style of play, different things, but I think because of what my staff's done and the commitment that they've made in the off season, I don't know where we're going to go, but it's going to be fun to go with them.
Bill, first off, sorry about your Cardinals.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for someone to bring up the Cardinals. That was miserable. I'm still in a bad mood. Sorry.
So from the end of last season to now, what player? I know you've kind of hit on everyone. What player has made the biggest gains over the off season from that day to today?
I think. I mean, obviously, the obvious one to me, Connor, would be Danae, because she didn't play last year and she had to rehab, and she's made a tremendous jump through the summer. And I think Lex has gotten a lot better. That sounds kind of funny when you're like, well, she's Defensive Player of the Year and a first-team All-League player, but her demeanor's better, her confidence level's better, her ability to play more positions is better. I think she's made a really big jump, and that's been fun to see. And I think even from the moment Steph got on campus till now, she's been working with CB, our strength coach, and I think the change in her physically has been dramatic. And I think that you guys didn't see it. We did when she got here on May 16th till now. So privately, she's probably made the biggest jump, but what you'll see publicly is probably, I think, Danae and Lex. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate your time.